Hello everyone and welcome back to another Oh my god, I should not be hearing myself. Oh my god. Excuses for that. Um Welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser model series. It is time for the major update, I think number 17. Am I getting this correctly? It's been really a long time since we've been playing this game. Is it 17 is correct? Major update 7-day login. No, that's trick. It doesn't say. Okay, well, I don't know. The number must be 17 or very close to that. With this comes the long-awaited Deedlit inclusion. So Records of the Lodos War is finally here. There's still a crossover banner of the Enforcers, so people are rolling with their tickets for everything that they can get that they know will not come back in the foreseeable future. At least in the next 6 months. Additionally, I forgot about the voices. I'm sorry, everyone, but we still have the German voice going. So, hello, everyone. Oh my god, please let me change that. Oh my god. How do we do this? 1 second. If you want to use your...
Yes, I love Deutsch.
I love Deutsch. Oh my god. Quickly before the chat goes crazy with something like...
Ha ha ha.
Google Deutsch 9.
Der Papagei ist sehr gefährlich.
So yes, the rooster is very dangerous. Thank you for the German. All right, let's go back to think we can at least contain our laughter again. Ah no. Yes, one day you will be the very best. The best one ever was. Okay, so hello, Mister. So the major patch is in. It comes with the inclusion of the new time rift. So if anyone wants to go here,
on your pole, Bakira.
Thank you very much. We will see very soon. I would like to talk a few seconds about it before. So I have already started the track, not really done with it. This is the place where we will get the last material needed for the last bond of every character. So the time has finally arrived that 96 is no longer the maximum of your bond upgrades. It will be 100. So if you are within the race towards the top of the eliminatories, it is really a time to try to rush Time Rift in one day, so that you can get as many people that final 2% that they can get. Additionally, yeah, I think actually not much else. Of course, the new crossover is here, and there's a daily reward that you have to just log in, and then eventually you get a new person, new Echo of Light, which some people have asked me, and I have absolutely nothing here. This is the VIP, that the only VIP I'm buying. It's the dragon one. I just really hate not having enough ore to gamble every week. So that's the one I buy. And actually, other than this, there are like some minor changes, some bug fixes and so on. But more importantly, we made it to the elimination phase. The matches will be happening this Saturday already, so we will have the first show matches then. However, if anyone is very curious, as I am, I have been paired with Zelda, so yeah, that's gonna be fun for him. I am still gonna give it my best shot. There's no way I can back down, even though...
you are so lucky, XD.
Yes, my opponent in Season 1 was the one who made it to the top 16 easily. And then my opponent in Season 3 is Zelda, who has been, I think, in every single top 32, and in the finals, I think, in Season 1. There's enough history to him to know that I will have a very difficult match, that's for sure. Okay. Another thing I wanted to do, just because it is fun and it also allows for some viewers to pull while we are waiting to roll on stuff, because some people catch this sometimes late. then they complain that they are late and they would have liked to be here. I'm just gonna start changing all these rewards because I actually farmed. The way I farm is usually I get the maximum amount needed of each material and then I just click through it because it makes me feel very good. And then we can see what we get in real time in case that there are some random things rolled like equipment, the accessory, and even the runestone. At this point, I'm kind of saturated in runestones, but you know what? I don't think you can ever have too many of them, simply because of the rate of monthly versus how many characters you can actually get and use the runestones on. Of course, we're gonna do our best to try to grab Deedlit, because it's gonna be a character that I'll be using in the future eventually. However, she will be also needing those runestones, so it's already good that we're getting more of them. We get some extra tickets. That's gonna help with our pulls. My objective is to get one of each or 3 pulls, whatever happens the latest. I don't know if that makes any sense. I would like to have at least 2 Deedlits, but if we roll so many that we reach 3 heroes and we still have no good spread, then I may end up stopping. We will see, of course, while we're rolling. I may change my mind in the middle. But hopefully I don't need to spend too much of this, because the next month is Ares. The next week is Weiler or Rainforest, which I am both lacking. And I really would like to at least roll one of them, because
70 pulls got Ashram, Weiler and Deedlit.
Wow, that would be amazing. I would trade you for that. And I have that? Okay. I also saw that from the helmet we did not get a Ter's helmet. That's the only thing I think I would like. And the weapon could have been anything. A Ragnarok. I think a Ragnarok would be decent. It's been like a year since I got my only Ragnarok, so I could do more of those. Nothing there. This is a freebie, 100 ore. Thank you very much. I think I already had this skin, so whatever. Maybe I didn't need to do this. But you know what? We got enough to get going. So congrats, Sidekick, on your pulls, because that seems very solid. I mean, I also don't even have Weiler, so it will be a 2-for-1. Okay. I think we have now infinite shards. That means 6 stars Olivier is ready. This, no, this is not the one I want. The one I want is the Aniki materials. I think it's what's coming here. So good. Aniki materials is the best thing ever. Allows you to balance out the RNG from getting the worst rewards. I have some rewards at the 100 and something number, and others at, of course, 0, because they are the ones locking me. Crazy. I know that it's not necessary at this point, especially for someone from day 1, to roll on every treasure, but I always wonder, what else am I gonna do with this? Might as well trade for everything. And garbage. Oh my god, we don't have enough of this. Okay, excuse me everyone, but I think I need I'm gonna do the level 35. Yeah. And we watch in auto as this goes on. So, what is the plan? The plan is to start rolling Deedlit. Eventually, we'll replace other heroes, of course. But I don't think, no matter how many times I get Deedlit, I'll be able to bring her on Saturday. Mainly because I have 0 experience with her, as do many people here. So it would be really pointless to just replace one sure hero that is very useful for a Deedlit. It still could be interesting, but I don't think I'll try. Would I try with 5 stars? Yeah, why not? Who cares? It's always fun, but nothing lower than that. The reason I'm choosing to use Deedlit is because I believe her factions are all 3 factions that I have buffers for, and she herself can bring so much to the table that I would really like to include her as one of my picks. She has an Olivier type of heal where she heals 30%, and a super fast way to sweep through her cooldowns just by standing in the danger zone and not attacking. And also she has an insanely strong attack, so I think she has the makings of a really solid hero. She has no AoE though, no offensive AoE. But I don't care. We're gonna get a Deedlit. Other things I'm looking for in the future are Ares, of course, because Ares is just ridiculous. I don't understand how Ares was balanced around what he can do, which is basically crash into any party and destroy everything. And my eventual waifu, which is Licorice, which we are gonna. Hey, so we're done with this. I think it's time. I think it is time. And then we have 90 crystals over here, and I'm gonna say 200, 300 pulls here. So 390. I will refuse to go all the way just to get a Deedlit. So I really hope we get one way before that. So here we go. Pull number 10. We mark the S for SSR. Know that this is the trick. Nope. Hear the tiny music. The tiny music is a no. Second pull. Nope. Third pull. SSR. Do it. Nope. I saw an Alfred there. Let's go with the S again. 40. Brutalized. So, set kick, if I want to be like you, I'll have to pull almost all three of them right now. Time for 50. I'll do a C for you, set kick. Nope. C got me nothing. So maybe it's really about the names again, and we need to do a Deedlit.
Make a Y.
60. A Y. Okay, we'll do that.
Haha Bakira.
Nope.
First match against Zelda XD.
Yeah.
GG get out.
Yeah, I saw it too, Sudork. Okay, we're at 60 and got absolutely nothing. Will it be PT? Who knows? Need to do a Y. 70. Absolutely nothing. If I go to the eliminatories with this RNG, between being paired with Zelda and these pulls, I'm gonna have a fun time. 80. What do we do? An A. Deedlit. Absolutely nothing. Will we hit pity? Is it time again? 90. We'll do a P of pity so that they have pity on us. Maybe they think it's earlier. Nope. Pity it is. So I have a tiny idea here. And because people have been very crazy about pity not existing or whatever, I know that if I roll a 10, I'm gonna get an SSR. However, if I go one by one and get an SSR at the 10th, there's no way anyone can still doubt on the pity rate. So let's do that. We're gonna do single pulls, which I kinda hate, but 91. We'll even write it down. Now there will be video proof. Watch us get an SSR before the 100. Brutalized. 92. Not even anything. 93. I really did not want to spend so much on Deedlit. This is gonna be horrible. Nothing. 94. Well, I skipped it. It was nothing anyway. 95. Thing. 96. The title of the video will change to Bakira proves that the pity rate is real. And then it cries in sadness. 97. It will be 98, right? $98 for Soda Popinski. We'll do the S for you, Soda. Betrayed us. 99. Okay. It would be hilarious if we do not get an SSR right now. I'm gonna write PT. T. Oh no! What a surprise! Oh, who could have thought that there would be any chance on the single pull to have an SSR? My god, I hate everything a lot less. Okay. Deedlit is here. Fuck it. You know what? That's not the worst case scenario already. Good. Dear God. My god, the suffering. However, we want to go on. I am a collectionist at heart, and I have to have everyone. So, we will do 5 more pulls and see where we stand when we reach those. 1.
Antero78 is now following.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Okay, let's see if we can somehow piece together an ashram out of nowhere. Not with music like that.
NP and hi.
Alright, 10, 20. Come on, ashram, just show up. Do the thing. Oh, okay, we got something. Could be anything at this point. Let's see. That is not ashram. That is not ashram. That is not ashram. Talks in chat, we got a Hein. Still not ashram. That is also not ashram. So at this point, I give up on the double SSR forever. We got the ashram.
GG.
Okay. So 120 gave us both. Okay. We had a third condition. We want to hit one more SSR and hope that it's a Deedlit. However, I will put a limit on this one of 5 more pulls. Wait, could it still be a double? Could have been.
Job, my present for you because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday then, and thank you very much. That's a very good birthday present for me. Alright, so we're gonna do 5 more pulls tops, or the first SSR we hit, whatever it is. So here we go. So we are at 120, right? So let's go. What would I want that is off banner? How about the Rainforce off banner? That would be fun. 130. Got it. $140. Nope. And now for the average roll, 150. Come on, average, you can do it. 150. The average is, of course, 1 SSR every 50 pulls, but we know our luck. And nope, it is not it. 2 more pulls available, and I will stop. That is 160 now. Now that we blew the average, of course we're gonna get it, right? Hope, brutal. And last pull, no matter what happens, here we go. That's 170 pulls. Absolutely nothing. What a garbage banner. But you know what? I got one of each. 170 is fine. We pay the price, but we got the completionist part. So the question is now, how long will it take to raise Deedlit? Well, what is the answer? 100 days, right? 100 days to bring someone from 3 to 6? Yep. We get offered something for money and we say no thank you. And okay, the one thing we get to do is say exploring Deedlit. And we really need to look at, from the point of view of a new player, of a random player that does not read guides, why is Deedlit so important for many people? First of all, people may just like records of the Lotus War. I think they even got the original VA. I am not sure of this, but let's remove the fan factor for a bit. Let's read. The Forest of No Return. For every 1 block moved this time, after taking action, you gain... So after taking action, you gain +2 int and defense, max 6. So this triggers already at 3 move. It could be more, and it doesn't matter. Lasts 1 turn. After taking action, if this unit is in the danger zone, this is the important thing, and has not dealt any damage, it can act again. This act again effect has a 4, 3, 2 at 6 stars round cooldown. And because it's already like at 6, it would only be 2 turns. That means it's basically like a Leonhardt, except it's way easier to cycle because there's basically no condition other than be close to the fight. This is huge. And because you can trigger this so easily before you decide to attack, you will for sure have moved the last in the last turn a little bit just to make sure that you are gonna get this bonus before you do whatever attack on the second turn. On their factions, it's Origins of Light, which means Togo now even gains more presence and more importance. She is a princess. We still carry Luna. Luna is an amazing rush unit for me and could enable that someone like Deedlit moves 1 billion squares into the danger zone and then still gets to attack. And Heroes of Time, which we have both Yusuke and Joshua buffing for her. I believe Joshua wouldn't be her first preferred buff, rather Yusuke, because most of her attacks are single target. And we will see that very, very soon. But before we go that, this is the strongest reason why Deedlit is super cool. She can use unicorns. And in her, I think, sword form, melee attacks with her become magical, her abilities are magical, and the unicorns hit for magical, so anything that does not have a high magic defense gets obliterated. Julia style, if you want. If you go for whatever reason into another direction, or you hate being hit by assassins or anything like this, you could consider Crystal Warlocks. Don't take Forest Priest because you won't be healing with her mainly. But basically, unicorns are her go-to, especially because you get free movement on any terrain. And then on Forest, Mountain, and Grassland, they get even more stats. Mine are not even maxed out. Don't tell anyone. Okay, so this is as far as it goes for the soldiers. Now for the abilities. Her base form is Mage. However, this is not the preferred form, I believe. She still gets Windblade. Windblade is a small random attack for magic damage on flyers. We go to the upgrade class and we start seeing all her cool things. Gospel. Insane. Gospel is an insane ability that is currently only available for Liana or Rachel, and they're both very. You know what? That's unfair to Rachel. Okay, they're both very unique characters to have a spell like Gospel, which means they can work on their own. They can protect a lot of people, including the dog, for example, if you have her and the dog from something like Listel's attacks, and this is just crazy. But the craziest part about Gospel on a character like this is that she can cycle through her own turns and cooldowns before Gospel runs out on another person. Or, if you are, let's say, alone or don't have any other chance or no other target, you can Gospel yourself on the trigger turn that you're going to use the act again, so that you have a pseudo faction buff, so to speak. It's 20 attack and defense, you don't have the magic defense out of the faction buff, and you don't have the special power except being immune to all debuffs, which is still very decent. So you would go forward, use Gospel, attack, and then you would still have a turn of Gospel remaining on you, whatever you are remaining, assuming you're alive. So let's go first on the caster side. He has Magic Defense Break, which would be useful if we had 10 million more skill slots. However, in this situation, I think she has enough cool stuff to use for her basic kit that you don't have room for this. But basically, this is Defense Break for Magic, this even in the name. 50% chance to apply a slightly stronger than average Magic Defense debuff. Then, let's go with this one. Accelerated Aid. It's a passive. After taking action, increases the mobility of one adjacent unit by 1 and grants immunity to mobility reduction effects and Curse of Wounding. Healing taken is converted into damage. Lasts 1 turn. In many other circumstances, this could be a crazy ability on anyone. But again, we do not have the skill slots to have the luxury of using smaller abilities. And her particular abilities are so strong that there's just no room for this, even though it's crazy, right? It's a mini breeze, and if you, of course, stop right before the dog, you just make them immune to Listel turnaround. Not to Death Touch, but whatever, Touch of Death. But Sea of Miracles, this is one of the cool ones. Cooldown, only 4. Fun, 5 blocks. Active skill. Removes up to 2 debuffs from the units within range and heals them for an amount equal to 2 times the caster's int. If you're using all in on int, you're gonna heal a bunch. Reduces the cooldown of all skills by 1 turn and increases damage dealt by 15% for 2 turns. So, this is Miracle on everyone without the damage reduction, but with a cooldown reduction. Also with less healing prowess than Tiaris could have. However, only 4 turns cooldown, and if you use this and already start cycling, it's then 3 turns cooldown. If you're 6 stars, then you need to pass 1, 2 turns cooldown, and then double, and you're already there again. It's not instant, right? It's still 4 rounds. But the thing is, I believe this is affected by itself. No, you know what? I'm not sure of this one. I'm not gonna lie. I may test this out sometime in the future. So, still. On everyone else, it reduces the cooldown of skills by 1, and this is giant because it's gonna allow, for example, a tank not to drop the guard, because on the turn it would drop, you now have the cooldown again. It allows people to recast the buffs or use double AoEs or something like this. I believe Varna would be able to use the AoE, go back, get the Sea of Miracles, use aim and the AoE again and go back. Just insane. Like, the amount of cycling you can get out of this is just crazy. People like Joshua, you throw your Dark Demise, get the cooldown back, wait 1 turn where you're doing the other AoE, and then throw Dark Demise again. So the possibilities are just crazy. Then let's go on the Demon Swordsman side. And we have Wind Cutter Dagger, which is not the Wind Cutter Dagger that you can get as a drop. Haha. Magic damage. Attacks a single enemy dealing 1.3 damage, which does not look like a lot. Melee soldiers can also attack because it's range 2. Before battle, dispels 1 enemy buff and reduces their attack and intelligence by 20% for 1 turn. This is a magical roar. So if you check, it's basically the same construct as roar. Reduces the attack, dispels 1 debuff instead of 2, but it has range 2 and it's magical. So that's the main difference. And then we go over here and we find Last Stand, a passive that everyone can ignore safely, and the crazy thing. Elven Aura. Magic damage. Attacks a single enemy dealing 1.6 damage, so it's already a higher thing. It's also magic damage. Boom, double. Melee soldiers will also attack, range 2. You can attack someone in range if you need to, or melee if you want. Before battle, grants you Elven Forest command. When all friendly units within 2 blocks move, all passable terrain is treated as forest, and unit is not affected by terrain mobility penalties after taking the action. 30% of their HP is restored. This is on everyone else, so not just on you. So if you also attack close to Deedlit, you will restore health. You'll be able to move freely. A Leon could just walk around everywhere. This is not a free movement though, like a Luna Aura, but it transforms everything to planes. So people who have trouble walking, like a Leonhard that is maybe, for example, using the horses, or a Landius that is trying to protect her, will get this. So that is pretty cool. It lasts 2 turns. That's also pretty cool because you get like attack restoration every time after taking action. Actually, you know what? This is permanent healing. I think it works kind of like that. So if you get to protect your Deedlit, you will just continue healing up. And let me tell you, you have to imagine that Elven Aura is very similar to a magic Elwyn attack, so a Yulia attack if you want, without the cool things that Yulia can do. This is still very strong damage. So do not underestimate Deedlit in form. And the most likely scenarios that we will be using Gospel, Sea of Miracles, and the Punch. And between those 3 and the ability to cycle your cooldowns, example, you move forward, you put yourself Gospel, and then you use Sea of Miracles, and then on another turn you could either choose to Gospel again because the cooldown will be off, or you could choose to use the melee attack, which then continues the combo on itself. I think the possibilities for Deedlit are just too good to pass up on, and the fact is that I think this talent will start going up and up, I believe up to 5%, with a maximum of 15%, and that's just really good. And remember, her healing scales off of intelligence, so it just gets better. And because this is a trick, not a trick, so something a lot of people take advantage of, because she has an inherent defense buff rolled with her talent, a lot of people build her as a surprise tanky person, so that if they can take care of, for example, all the magic attackers within the enemy team, they could be able to survive a punch from an assassin. And the reason they are doing this is because they could use the specific equipment that would save them for such an occasion, including Star Earring, which is insanely fitting for this character. Star Earring, not only does it give 5% int, which is not the maximum, she gives extra defense, so 30% extra defense when battling assassins and archers. So she could basically face tank assassins with a little bit of effort. It's not free, of course, it's still a lot of effort. But if you give her something like, I don't know, a red staff that I guess I will be stealing from Lana, she will be able to have even more HP. I think she actually uses some hammer, right? Because never mind. You know what? She uses swords, because we're talking about the other path. Actually, hammers. I think I have this Gift of Eternal Life. Yes, exactly.
She's an infantry class.
Yes. Well, she starts in she starts in Mage, which is why we got that offered, and I phased out. However, if you end up in infantry, which you should do, you have access to the Gift of Eternal Life to heal a lot of people if you want, either yourself or just the lowest unit, depending on whatever has happened, and the possibilities just become endless. If you stack this together with some of the armor, armor would be here, some of the armor available to infantry, when they are not expecting to be used for tanking. What am I looking for? You could even consider this chance of being critically hit minus 30%. You go to defense 10% here. So there's yet another piece that would basically counter assassins very, very harshly. And then you end up with a Terse Helmet because there are many turns that you're not going to be attacking, and the Terse Helmet will increase the power of your Super Punch by 10% more. I think the possibilities with Deedlit are astoundingly useful in all regards, and it's a unit that I'll enjoy very much using. So, that being said, that being reviewed, do we go through Ashram? Let's see, chat, is there any intention of going through Ashram? Maybe we can do a small exploration of Ashram. I would like to offer the information of why Ashram is not that used. I think some people have tried using him and it just didn't work out for them. So, let's look at it very quickly. For every one blocked move, attack increase by 1% up to 5% and defense by 5. This is a Leon type of thing where you need to move before you attack. Before entering battle, if your attack is higher than the enemy's, you will attack the enemy first. This sounds amazing, it's just there are not many opportunities where you're doing this. Where you're taking full advantage of this. He starts as a horse, but he can also fly. The soldiers that he carries are not too revolutionary. You could use vampires if you need something flying or something more tanky in the gargoyle. If you insist on going on the ground, you have access to the Undead Knights, which are not absolutely terrible at this. But other than that, you're out of opportunity. Bone Dino, I guess, if you go all in. But he has cute things, and let's look at what the cute things can do. Shadow Assault, 2 rounds cooldown. It's basically Roar, but just a little bit different. Deals 1.4 damage before entering battle, reduces enemy attack and end by 20 for 2 turns. Not too crazy, but also not to be this. Blast is basically the component of Chivalry, so if you are healthy, you take less damage on return. You get to smash people because all horses have to smash apparently. Reduces defense and 1.4, but who is really gonna be smashing in PvP? But you do get access to cute things. One of them is, I think it's called Decimate. Grants 20% HP upon taking damage that would otherwise be fatal. After triggering this effect, it replaces this skill with Counter Strike, so it basically changes into something completely different. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.5 damage. Before entering battle, you gain Realm of Darkness. Reduces the attack and defense of all enemy units within 3 blocks by 10%. And increases their chances of being critically hit by 10%. After use, replaces the skill with Counter Strike. So you already see that you have to choose between not using it and having a survival effect, or using it and then losing the survival effect. It's already a weird questioning on the player, but that's fine. Still, 1.5 damage is decent damage, just not crazy. Lowering the defense of enemies in AoE may be useful, maybe not, depending on the situation. Reinforcement, quick and clean, heals you after using. Then he gets Dragon Breath, so there is one AoE. I have considered this unit in the past. It just didn't seem like it was enough. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.7 damage. Before entering battle, grants the Windride effect for 2 turns. After eliminating a target, replaces this skill with Decimate. And this is the cute thing. You can start swaggering over things and then try to get a survival effect and then try to get a Counter Strike. When you kill someone, you get the survival effect back and forth. It's magical Christmas land, and in a Magic tournament, you would say that this has less odds than happening than you drawing the right cards in the right time. So you cannot bet on your unit going on a killing spree that is unstoppable, because at that point you have already won, and the skills and the synergy between these two abilities would only be a win more effect. Okay. Something I would have liked to see in the future if Zilong is hearing. If you want to add some cool stuff like this, like an ability that changes depending on the situation, trying to invent something unique, like an ability that gets used passively when you get attacked. So Counter-Strike would, in this case, if you get attacked by melee, then increase your damage by 1.7, and then before entering battle, grants this, and if you eliminate the target who is attacking you, and then you make yourself like into a shielded person, because no one wants to attack like into a leaden that has full barriers up. But as it stands right now, it's a creature that hopes to punch a lot and survive. And I hope everyone understands how crazy this is. Okay, also the factions. There's the time faction, which is very useful because I still have units for this. I don't have any strategist in my box. And the Dark Reincarnation is there. Could get more effective later with the inclusion of Licorice, but at this point it's just only Bozel, and Bozel does really want to use his skills for something else. So, those were the creatures, those were the units. I believe none of them have a 3C at this point. I don't even know if they get one later, but I'm pretty sure that they don't have one right now. The people who got a new 3C, which are the people you need to pay attention to, are Lifany. I guess if someone is using Lifany, you still need to respect that. Yusuke, of course, got a very useful 3C. Juggler got a crazy 3C, and Landius got his 3C as well. And someone else, but I already... yeah, there was actually a fifth person getting... You can check it here. I don't look... I completely forgot. Nope. 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 Okay, I forgot. So there's a fifth person that has it, but I don't remember exactly who.
Angelina.
Angelina, of course. But not Angelica, so this is the Angelina time. And Angelina, I have to say, I kinda wish I had leveled her up, but I am so far away from anything that helps her that the 3C will remain unused for me. I believe I can click this. This 3C is so ridiculously powerful that I think I will be banning Angelina with High Prejudice, assuming I see someone that could make a team out of it. Not only do you have a chance to freeze the enemy, which is a stun, you can push people away from their protection. You can then punch them again, depending on some situations. I think you can get an act again if this skill hits 3 or more enemies. So if your AoE is positioned in a way that you push away the tank and 2 other people, you can grab the third person that was left alone, the fourth person, and just kill them with the lightning breath. So Angelina has now gone to insane level, and it is a force to be reckoned with. Sadly, mine is 3 stars, and I don't have a team that would support her without a Zerida for sure. She's still a princess, so Luna could join, but that's not the way I roll. So, this has been the report for today. I hope everyone has enjoyed the pulse. I hope you understand why everyone is hyped about Deedlit. And I hope to see you when it's time to have our fight, our battle against Zelda. Thank you all very much for now, and see you next time.